All right, folks, buckle up. We're diving into one of the most infamous nights in American history, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. But with a twist, claymation style. It's April 14th, 1865. The Civil War has just ended. The nation is breathing a sigh of relief, but tension still crackles in the air. Enter John Wilkes Booth, a famous actor and Confederate sympathizer. Booth's initial plan was to kidnap Lincoln, but as the South's defeat became certain, his plans turned deadly. So, it's a typical evening in Washington, D.C. President Lincoln and his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, decide to unwind by attending a play called Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater. They're joined by Major Henry Rathbone and his fiancée, Clara Harris. What they don't know is that Booth has been tracking Lincoln's movements and knows exactly where he'll be. Around 10:15 p.m., Booth sneaks into the unguarded presidential box armed with a Derringer pistol and a dagger. As the audience erupts in laughter at a comedic line, Booth steps forward and shoots Lincoln in the back of the head. Major Rathbone tries to stop him, but Booth slashes him with the dagger, then makes a dramatic leap onto the stage, breaking his leg in the process. He shouts, "Sic semper tyrannis!" thus always to tyrants, before escaping. Talk about a grand exit. Lincoln is quickly carried across the street to a boarding house. Despite the best efforts of doctors, he succumbs to his injuries the next morning at 7:22 a.m. The nation is thrown into mourning, and a manhunt for Booth and his conspirators kicks into high gear. Booth manages to dodge capture for 12 days, even with a broken leg. Eventually he's cornered in a barn in Virginia. Refusing to surrender, he's shot by Union soldiers and dies shortly after. Now let's talk about the bizarre elements of this whole event. First off, Lincoln was assassinated during a comedy. The contrast between the lighthearted play and the grim act is chilling. Then, there's Booth's escape. His leap onto the stage was straight out of his acting career, an eerie blend of theater and real life. And Booth's plan? It was a mess. His co-conspirators failed miserably. Lewis Powell attacked Secretary of State William Seward, but only managed to wound him. George Atzerodt, who was supposed to kill Vice President Andrew Johnson, chickened out entirely. What did Booth hope to achieve? He thought he'd be hailed as a hero. Instead, he became one of history's most reviled villains. His actions turned Lincoln into a martyr, solidifying his legacy as a champion of unity and freedom. Lincoln's assassination had profound effects on America, complicating Reconstruction and altering the nation's trajectory. The strange and tragic details of that night ensure its place as one of the most pivotal and unusual episodes in U.S. history. And there you have it, Lincoln's last night brought to life in claymation. If you enjoyed this dive into history's dark corners, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious.